Hello everybody, I'm George from Ireland. Here I'm in Zurich, and this is the site where Vladimir Ilyich Lenin lived from February 1916 to April 1917, when he went back to Russia in the wake of the February Revolution and later organized his Bolshevik Revolution that October. But I'm bitterly disappointed to tell you this is not the original building, which was leveled in 1971, which was a terrible act of vandalism given the significance of it. I remember in the early 70s, well, that was when the Soviet Union was at its almost at its zenith, close to parity with the United States. Obviously, it's not before the oil shock, which really enhanced Soviet economic growth. But here it is. So I always like to do it outside an original building. I don't propose to be here and tell you too much since it's not original. We're on Spiegelgasse in Zurich, as in like what would I say? Mirror Lane. I'm not sure why it's called that. So Lenin was obviously in the Russian Social Democratic and Labour Party originally. They split in that London conference 1904, and he founded the Bolsheviks, meaning so like the majority faction, even though they were actually the minority. And he believed no compromise with Tsarism or capitalism, no bourgeois parliamentarianism, they must have bloody revolution. Well, he got his way, didn't even go back to Russia for the 1905 revolution, but went back to the 1917 one. And in 1914 had despaired that he would ever see the revolution come, because Tsarism seemed more popular than ever, and of course the Allies could have won the First World War in short order. But anyway, he had his chance, and despite a lot of his comrades not believing the revolution would succeed in October 1917, and thinking even if they won, they were inheriting a dreadful situation, this unwinnable war against Germany, and what were you going to do, make peace with the Second Reich and give them everything they wanted, and hugely people in their own country, be perceived as a traitor? Well, that's precisely what he did. But anyway, and then he set up an exceptionally violent tyranny, and he died of cerebral arteriosclerosis in 1924. He's interred at the Lenin Mausoleum, or rather embalmed there on Red Square in Moscow. I've been to that mini pyramid where he has such pharaonic treatment. There's some rumors saying that's really not him. They couldn't have preserved him with any amount of formaldehyde for that long, and that maybe it's just a wax dummy is behind this glass plate. So they did the same to various other communist luminaries like Mao Zedong, Dr. Agostino Neto, I can't remember who else. It was an Institute of the Brain, spending huge sums to try and give him that just died look. He does appear waxy. So is it a dummy, or is it just looking so freshly dead? Anyway, that's enough from here in Zurich. This lane, so many of the fascinating things happened here, like Goethe, the celebrated German writer, visited his friend here in the late 18th century, and it's just gorgeous here. It was very sunny yesterday, so it's lovely today, not quite so refulgent, but the sky was utterly cerulean yesterday, a little too much. The serenity of the city is really quite exceptional. Just look like, I mean, everything around here is pretty and charming. There's like nothing out of place. There's not a scrap of litter. It's astonishing. So we're in the Niederdorf, as in the lower village, which is one of the oldest parts of Zurich. This labyrinth of little lanes. You see they got those shutters on the windows, mostly green shutters. So splendid, all cobblestoned, a pedestrian zone. So I warmly recommend visiting this place to you, but be prepared, it is wincingly expensive. Okay, that's enough from me, so please follow me on Twitter, on Instagram and Facebook, and look for my English law channel, my British poesy channel. Book me as your tour guide in Londinium, and I edit documents, you know, essays, dissertations and so forth. I help you with their CVs, interview practice, elocution. Teach all sorts of subjects online, as you know, English, French, history, geography, religious studies, law, politics, and interview practice. Do educational consultancy, and I can't think what else. That's enough for me. Toodaloo.